Alright, before we get started, I just want to say, this video could end up being really weird. So just know it's based off of a few of Steve Gaming's videos. So like, go check him out. It's like, basically a rip-off of him. It's really funny. If you like, go watch, not that one. Randomized level layout and only jump thrice, then you'll get this video and think it's a lot funnier. Okay? Now let's get started. Recently, the Mushroom Kingdom's archaeologists discovered a nearby desert full of different ruins and temples, with strange gimmicks and puzzles. Currently, only 2 of these ruins have been successfully explored. The only 3 jump ruins, and the randomizer tower. At least, until recently. Because recently, we have discovered a new building in this desert. Appropriate name, the Timer Temple, where everything's supposedly on a timer, and you have no control over the amount of time anything takes. Today, we will discover if that is true, and explore the Timer Temple, room by room, Sorry. Let's do this. Do. Our adventure starts with Mario outside the... Wait, that's not Mario. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I forgot. He had that horrible accident in the randomizer tower. Anyways, well, regardless of who's exploring it, we start outside the Timer Temple. Get a mushroom because I suck at video games and had to put it there. I mean, the ancient temple provided us with one. Anyways, if we go inside, we're provided with our first timer. And Magic Koopas. There's lots of Magic Koopas. It seems for the first room in the temple, you have to pretend that didn't happen. It seems in our first room, we have to dodge Magic Koopas until a spiny at the top hits the POW block. And it's important to note, we will first be exploring the temple, and then explaining how each of its timer designs work at the end. Anyways, we are provided with a key, and we enter the next room, which is really easy. But anyways, we can see our timer to the right, featuring breaking blocks, bombs coming out of pipes, and Goombas. We'll just wait for the key. This room's a bit easier than some of the others. Anyways, bam, we get our key. And now, it's quiet. Too quiet. Bam, boss fight! Now we are presented with our first timed boss battle. If we do not defeat the bully before the timer runs out, then we die. But I'm sure I know the question on everyone's mind. What happens if the timer does run out? Well, you guessed it. Yes, that's right, everyone. You guessed it. The floor transforms into shiny yet deadly coins. Anyways, if we can get past the boss, then we are led into this room with a checkpoint and a mushroom and everything you could want. Then, if you go in the pipe, Luigi activates a snake block and then is dropped into a room. Pretend that didn't happen. Dropped into a room filled with horizontal thwomps and Goombas coming out of pipes. I wouldn't have put Goombas in a pipe, but then you could just stand here and do nothing and win. That's why I put the Goombas, so you have to put in some effort. Anyways, as soon as the timer expires, bam, bomb. Then, we face our hardest challenge yet. A timed platforming segment. If we don't get to the end of this before the timer expires, we die. But I'm good at video games, so we can go in there. And yes, the floor transforms into shiny yet deadly coins. I'm not gonna go kill myself again to show you. Now we're filled in a room full of piranha plants. Piranha creepers. Ow. Full of piranha creepers. And once the timer expires, we receive a POW block, which we can use to get a key, which is magical. And then we face the final challenge, the final boss of the Timer Temple. We collect our mushroom, then slowly dramatically walk into the room. Bam! Big fire, bro! He's the boss! Oh, he hurts also. Did I mention that? We have to wait till the timer expires. Also, we get a mushroom. For a POW block to drop to the ceiling. Meanwhile, run around and hope you don't die. Once you get a POW block, you can kill him and jump in the question mark. Whatever this thing is. I don't even care. You can hop in the pipe. And then we can escape the timer. What is this? The flagpole. We can't finish. Ha! It's a timer. It's on a timer. Ha ha ha. Lol 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 lol. Get wrecked. XD XD. Hashtag lol noob. It was on a timer. Anyways, now that we've finished exploring the Timer Temple, let's thoroughly explain how each of its mechanics work. First off, we have the Magic Koopa room. This one's simple enough. A spiny drops from the ceiling as soon as you enter the room, and please note, you have to be near the spiny for it to drop, but it can be quite high up and still fall. Then the spiny destroys a brick, bounces back, destroys a brick, bounces back, and then whacks up Power Block, giving us a key from the Goomba and letting us into the box. Now you might be wondering, why didn't I just have the Power Block destroy a thwomp? Well, it didn't work, and I was wondering why. But then I watched a Steve Gaming video. Ha, ironic, I'm copying him for this video. And apparently, Power Blocks activated by things other than players only have like a short Palplosion radius. Like it only destroys things around this area. So unless the Power Block is really close to the thwomp, did I say muncher earlier? I meant thwomp. Unless it's really close to the thwomp or muncher, then it won't activate it. And then when you hop in the box into the next room with the Fire Creeper room, here's one of my favorite timer designs. I don't know why, it's just my favorite. We have blinking blocks, a Goomba with a key in it at the top, and a bomb and a pipe at the bottom. The blinking blocks will slowly alternate, and the Goomba will fall down, and eventually get blown up by a bomb. Now you may be wondering, why didn't I stack them like this? It's more compact. Well, let's find out. Just wait for it. Bam! The Goomba dies. So that could technically be a timer, a short one at that though, but still a timer nevertheless. Anyways, once you get into the warp box, you encounter the bully mini-boss, which is, you probably already figured it out. The Goomba walks and eventually steps on the P-switch, and then the floor transforms into shiny yet deadly coins. Now this is also another one of my favorites. I also don't know why. But anyways, in this room, Luigi's forced to step on a snake block. He then goes around, the snake block then goes around and around and around, and eventually explodes a Bob-omb. Now you could have this snake block do a number of things, for example, push a Koopa Troopa or Goomba, or actually no, it has to be Koopa Troopa because Goombas walk off ledges. Anyways, pushes a Koopa into a P-switch and then the floor transforms into shiny and deadly coins, or maybe a pipe opens up, but whatever. Then, in this next room, I would not recommend using this timer design. It's big, the whole thing has to be loaded for it to work. You can't just slap it on top of some icicles, which are universally loaded ground if you didn't know. It's like, the cannon has to be completely loaded, and it's not a very good timer, honestly. But after you complete the platforming challenge, you go in the warp box, you encounter what is probably the hardest room. I'm surprised I died to the Magic Koopa room and not this one. The Piranha Creeper room. Here you have to dodge Piranha Creepers while you wait for a track block to go and drop a POW block down. Then you could probably have this, if you want, the track block could, push a Koopa Troopa onto a P-switch, but I chose a POW block because I thought that'd be funner. And then you throw the POW block and the Goomba dies. Remember, if you throw the POW block, it explodes everything on screen. Only if it's activated by something other than the player, like a shell, will it only have a certain Palplosion radius, besides, the whole screen. And our final time design is this one. It's definitely a bit bigger, but I think it's kind of fun because it allows for multiple things to happen. You see, we've got a bunch of conveyors here, and, a POW block drops. Oh, also, if you're wondering what the cannon on-off block icicle conveyor thing is, that's an alternate design for a one-way door. I'll be showcasing that in a future video, which will not rip off Steve, but will still be somewhat similar to his videos. Anyways, the POW block, it bounces up and up and up and up. And no, I put this here because you need to load in the POW block, so make sure it's at the bottom and then gets bounced upwards. After that, a track block pushes it onto some conveyors, goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and eventually falls down. Now, once again, you could probably do this with a Koopa Troopa and it falls into a P-switch, or probably a Goomba because big Koopa Troopas are humongous. So you might want to use a big Goomba, it could fall into a P-switch, but I chose a POW block, and then you can throw it at the big boss, and then he explodes and gives you the key. Now, why I like this timer is because that's how you got a mushroom, because it was already on the conveyors, so about halfway through it dropped down, and then the POW block came. And so, you could have, multiple POW blocks drop, if you wanted a Meowser boss fight, you could have multiple red POW blocks drop down, because red POW blocks take up multiple hits to kill Meowser. So you could have it drop down multiple of those things, or maybe some P-Twitch or POW block setup. And then, if you're wondering what timer design I used at the very end for the flagpole, well, it's simple enough. If we hop in the pipe, we can just see I use the exact same Goomba P-Switch Wiggler trigger replacement as usual. Just steps onto the P-Switch, and then all the blocks are gone. I also added some sound effects for fun, because I wanted to. But anyways, that has been it for the showcase of the Timer Temple. Hopefully our archaeologists of the Mushroom Kingdom can discover more temples littered throughout the desert. But for now, thinks of a way to rip off Steve's outro. But for now, we're done exploring this surprisingly simple Timer Temple. And if you're feeling especially like everything being on a timer today, make sure to subscribe. But for now, this has been Steve, and I'm out. See you in the next video. And eat your green vegetables, or else Luigi will come for your spinal column.